Everyone wants you to shut up.
And yet I won't. Case in point.
Welcome back to the channel here, and if you're enjoying all the content I'm putting out, I'm trying to put it out in a weekly-ish basis, and if you're having a lot of fun here, please like and subscribe on the videos. I'm having a great time doing these, and today, with the weather getting colder and everything, it's that time of the season. NBA. If you're not watching the NBA right now and you don't like basketball, it's actually a really good time. There's a lot of good players, there's a lot of great teams, because we're in a great time of parity in the league. There is one team that is like the best right now, but it's a good time to get into basketball, honestly. And that's where we can start, is the players currently playing in the NBA right now. The league has been dominated majority of the time by American players. LeBron James, Curry, Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, you go to Magic and Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All of these are American-born players. So with the league currently right now, the NBA doesn't really have a face of the league. Right now, the NBA's greatest player of all time is LeBron James. LeBron James is currently he's past 40. He's old. Anyway, he's old and he's about to retire soon, and the clock is ticking. A lot of the older individuals are going to end up retiring. So this big face of the NBA, there's a slot. Now, the NBA is an American dominated league. They want their face of the league. Their biggest problem is they don't have the face. These are the top 5 players in the NBA currently as we are speaking. Luka, Jokic, Giannis, Wemby, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. None of them are American. I don't mind the face of the league not being an American, but it is an issue for the NBA, a money-making league. The face isn't about who the best player is, it's about who represents the league. Jordan was basketball, Kobe Bryant, basketball, LeBron James, basketball. So now the league's best players feel like they're from everywhere else except the country that made the NBA what it is. So the NBA used to be built around American stories. You had Magic and Larry Bird, and this was even before they were on the Lakers and Celtics. And even in college, they were two rivals. You had them on Michigan State and Indiana, and this rivalry came into the NBA and played on the two most decorated teams. It was narrative building. It was great. They were rivals to the very end. Jordan was Chicago's hero. He was the guy that dominated the league. LA and Kobe Bryant, star-studded kid superstar that kind of blossomed into this, hardworking, locked-in individual. LeBron James, a high schooler coming from Akron, Ohio, dominating the league for 20 plus years and possibly 30 plus years the way that he's playing right now. He hasn't stopped. He hasn't let the foot off the gas pedal. They were basketball, but they were also American. Homegrown storytelling, that can be you too. If you work hard enough, you can be Jordan, you can be Kobe, you can be LeBron. My basketball dreams died very, very early. Every generation had its icon that made people care about basketball more. Fast forward to now, all the best players are international. Giannis is from Greece, Jokic is from Serbia, Luka from Slovenia, Shai, Canadian, Wemby, France. I'm not saying that the international players are like taking over or they're bad for the league. Not at all. It's amazing. The NBA wanted to stretch its audience further out from America in the first place. That's the reason why they wanted these NBA players to go into the Olympics. Now they're superstars to wherever the Olympics are going. Even players are asking for them for the autographs. They're creating this bigger audience outside of the US. So mission accomplished. The NBA is now fully global, even with them thinking of making teams outside of North America. But then there's kind of a trade-off. These guys aren't in the USA pop culture ecosystem, right? You can take someone off the street and they're going to know who Michael Jordan is. They're going to know who LeBron James is. They might not know who Victor Wembanyama is just yet. They probably heard of the name, but they don't know him. Same as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP of last year. Take a random person off of the street in America. They're not going to know who he is. Maybe. I don't know. There's no star power for the USA. They're not on the late night shows. They're not in movies. They're not dropping signature sneakers. They're hoopers and they're not celebrities. They're not figures that the NBA kind of needs, pushing them forward. So now you're kind of thinking, okay, so top 5 players in the league are not American. Fine, that's okay. But the NBA can still have an American face. Who are those guys? I think there are a decent amount of candidates to be the face of the league. The only issue is that it's all up in the air. They haven't proved themselves, or America hasn't really gotten behind them just yet. Jason Tatum, who's probably the most decorated person right now, being an Olympian, won NBA championship, multiple time All-Star. He's still only 19. What it is with JT, for some reason, the people, NBA Twitter, social media, even like the fans, they're not backing him for some reason.
My sub has bacon.
It might be because he plays for Boston. It might be because there's a certain essence or aura that he just doesn't have that people can buy in just yet. Ja Morant, you know, a little bit problematic, very, very flashy. You know, he's kind of in this downward trend, unfortunately, in the 1 in the media, 2 in the league, and 3 in his skill. It's just he has a poor reputation. You were supposed to be Derrick Rose. There's Zion Williamson, who was supposed to be this generational superstar when he got out of college. There's just injuries and these backlog controversies that are bringing him back down. You have Devin Booker, who I think would be really that guy in the league. He's just not a superstar level player just yet, but he's been in the league for so long. You know, he's really popular in social media, has a great shoe, he has all the things, but on the basketball court, there's something missing that I couldn't even explain why. And then there's Anthony Edwards, who I think is a very interesting case to be the face of the league. He's young, he's charismatic, he has a great shoe coming out. He's been to the Western Conference Finals a couple times now, and he's getting that experience. There's a couple controversies in the news. I mean, all NBA stars do. He was in a movie where I honestly think he just played himself.
Easy, boy. Acting like I asked you out or something.
He was in the Netflix Starting 5, where honestly I personally fell in love with him. As a player, even as a person. Just there's so much swag, and he has so much charisma, and it makes me want to watch him play in Minnesota. I don't know, like, it makes me want to go out there and watch a game, right? Just because he's playing. So right now there's kind of this thrown to the face of the league, and now we're in this weird predicament where LeBron's gonna leave. Now the NBA is gonna be like, okay, who's our next LeBron? Wemby's gonna dominate for years for sure if he's healthy. Same as Giannis, same as Luka, same as Jokic. These guys are gonna be here forever. And currently the NBA is having that issue right now. They just don't know who to line up, because at the end of the day, you need the face of the league, 1, to be American, 2, to be charismatic, and 3, to push a specific narrative. It's great that the NBA, like I said, has pushed outside of its borders, but right now they're gonna need a face to get behind. Fans need to rally around somebody. It's about identity. The NBA is going to lose its American anchor. It's probably just going to still feel like a USA based type game, but there is going to be that weird empty seat after. Who's going to take the throne? Who's going to take the crown? Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant, someone else? You never know. And that's going to be the greatest surprise and the greatest push of narrative. That's going to be the up next. Shoot a comment on the video on who you think is going to be the next up, or the next person, next face of the league. Like I said, like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. I'm having a great time, and hopefully we're going to talk about something else in the next video. Bye.